Big Daddy is a man who knows what is best in life. You crush and miss well, and feel my soul a spark. Brush death with these well, dancing with them devil in the dark. I get up in the evening, and I ain't got nothing left to say. I come home in the morning, I go to bed feeling the same way. I ain't nothing but tired. You're a liar and I am bored with myself. And hey there, baby, I could use just a little help. You can't stop the fire. You can't start a fire without a spark, and this gun's for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. Messages keep getting clearer. Radio's on and I'm moving around the place. I check my look in the mirror. I wanna change my hair, my clothes, and my face. Man, I ain't getting nowhere. Just living in a dump like this. There's something happening somewhere. Baby, I just know that there is. You can't stop the fire. You can't start a fire without a spark, and this gun's for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. Dancing in the dark. You sit around getting older. There's a joke here somewhere, and it's on me. I'll shake this world off my shoulders, and then I'll ride on down the fucking street. You can't stop the fire. You can't start a fire without a spark, and this gun's for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. Dancing in the dark. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. Dancing in the dark. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. Dancing in the dark. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. All right, welcome to the show. Yeah, I was gonna go and do a remix of that song, lace it with a different beat. Then I was like, you know what? The acapella version is actually pretty sick. Let's just go with this. We'll do a remix for another day. Yeah, welcome to the show, Big Daddy Show, baby. Just chilling like the villain, doing our thing. For those unfamiliar with the show, I am Big Daddy, one man, rip the mic. Usually we start the show off with a little weekend update type of situation where I go over the various current events, various things that are happening in the news and whatnot, stuff happening on the world stage, give my hot takes. Yeah, there was a lot of drama going on with drones here a while back. And the Trump administration just came out and addressed the drone situation. Apparently, it was us. Yeah, it was us. We were coordinating with the FAA, like multiple agencies. A lot of people knew about it. Like, well, why all the public hysteria then? Why not just come out and say that? It makes you think about that guy who killed himself in Las Vegas, the Cybertruck. He had sent that anonymous email to that whistleblower who went on that show, the Sean Ryan show.
And that guy said that the drones were Chinese in origin. It's China. It's a show of force. They can strike anywhere at any time, including the White House. Yeah, I wonder if that guy was fed false intel. I wonder what the whole story with that is. It makes it even more sus now. Yeah, it's obvious there was some fuckery going on with that situation, that guy that supposedly killed himself. Happened around the same time there was a terror attack in New Orleans, too, an ISIS terror attack. The media completely brushed that off and just talked about the Cybertruck attack where nobody got killed, just the guy killed himself, supposedly. Truck is on fire, but somehow they had the intact passport. The strategically placed email, all that, it just doesn't make no sense. I don't know. Deep state fuckery. The whole thing stinks of deep state fuckery. There's a lot of shit going on in the skies, not just with drones, but yeah, there's planes falling out of the skies, planes exploding, helicopters flying into planes. Yeah, all sorts of shit happen in the skies, not just drones. Yeah, there was a goddamn Black Hawk helicopter that crashed into an airplane, killed shitloads of people, 72 people, something like that. Piloted by a woman, a DEI hire, on some sort of mission about something related to I forget exactly, but it sounded really fucking stupid. Sounded like it should not be going on. Sounded like deep state fuckery. Now, if they have the ability to take control of vehicles that have certain software in them and then control those vehicles, speed them up, accelerate them, crash them into walls, whatever, I'm sure they have the same tech for Black Hawk helicopters too. Yeah, I wonder if somebody had hijacked control of that Black Hawk helicopter and crashed it into that airplane. It's obvious that it was done on purpose, but why? Why was it done? Yeah, a lot of people are talking about the DEI hire, the DEI aspect. Oh, it's this dumb cunt. She just didn't know what the fuck she was doing. Yeah, the whole thing stinks of a Kansas City shuffle to me. The real question is, who was on that airplane? Who was on that fucking airplane? That's what I want to know. Was there a VIP on that airplane that needed assassinated and they needed a way to maintain plausible deniability? Oh, it was just an unfortunate accident. Yeah, this is the way these fuckers operate. Say there's one person that they really want to kill real badly, but they want to make it like look completely like accidental, like, hey, we didn't want to kill this person. They will literally just blow up a whole fucking airplane, kill shitloads of innocent people just to take out that one person that was the true target. What I want to know is who was on that fucking airplane. That's what I want to know. Yeah, Mr. Yanafui, he's thinking about it too. Art Bell in the chat. Yeah, my spidey sense is going off. Something don't smell right. Like, I don't care how dumb of a fucking cunt you are. You don't just crash your fucking helicopter into a fucking airplane. You make some sort of evasive maneuver at the last second. I don't know. She is a dumb bitch. Maybe she was sucking some guy off. That's why she wasn't looking where she was going. You never know. It could have been DEI. Fuck, could have been. She could have just been a dumb slut that fucking just crashed it because of incompetence. But my spidey senses tell me otherwise. What I want to know is who was on that plane. It reminds me of that Malaysia airline flight 370, how it mysteriously vanished. Like, oh no, what happened to it? Turns out there was like an entire team of scientists and engineers on their way to China. They would completely change the game. China would have caught up to us technologically in certain areas. Like, nope, let's just take out the airplane, get rid of all of these scientists and engineers. Then you have that drone footage of these fucking orbs, 3 of them circling the plane, and then like that, the plane disappears through a fucking portal. A lot of people have tried to debunk that footage, but it's never been truly debunked. Like, oh no, this is just After Effects. Look at this graphic, blah, blah, blah. But it's just a bunch of armchair motherfuckers. Like, nobody's ever truly debunked that footage. Which means it was a military operation, and we have high level shit capable of opening portals and making airplanes disappear, if that's the fucking case. Yeah, you see the Philadelphia airplane that supposedly went down in Philadelphia and boom, blew up, took out a large chunk of Philly. And then you see the footage of random of people just with their cell phones, and then random door footage. It looks like a goddamn missile. Like, that was not a fucking airplane. That is clearly a missile. Yeah, what the fuck was going on there? Last time I heard, the plane that supposedly had crashed, it was based out of Mexico. Like, what was it, a cartel fucking hit? What the fuck's going on? I mean, it could have been some sort of a bomb, a missile dropped from a plane, and it was sped up the way they are with the propellant. Because anybody who's seen the footage of that Philly airplane crash, that is clearly a missile that came flying. Like, planes don't fucking do that. Like that. No, that was some sort of ordnance fired. But it came out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck happened? Was this some sort of stealth fucking craft that fired a missile? And if so, who was it? Was it the deep state? Deep state fuckery? Yeah. Something don't smell right. That fucking Black Hawk helicopter crashing into that airplane, then all of a sudden, an airplane fell out of the sky right into the suburbs of Philadelphia. Yeah, who got killed in that attack? That's what I want to know. Was there any VIPs? Somebody that was on the verge of figuring out like cold fusion technology, some sort of free energy? Somebody in the hood there? Some young brother? Some young Calvin-esque brother making his way through the hood? Rather than dealing drugs or pimping whores, he decides to turn his mind to the sciences, and like he's on the verge of like figuring out some sort of new technology that's going to jumpstart mankind's evolution to the next level. The deep state finds out about it. So in order to take him out, maintain full plausible deniability, blam, they just launch a missile, fucking take out the whole neighborhood. Oh no, looks like an airplane fell out of the sky. You never know. Probably not, but you never know. Yeah, something don't smell right, though. Anybody who's seen that footage, it looked like a fucking missile attack. That's what it looked like. Arbel says, I'm in shock. Holly Randall, Unfiltered Channel. 337,000 subscribers. Talks about the bedroom film industry. Has 80 stars on it. YouTube is suggesting odd stuff. Yeah, I've noticed that recently too. It was like basically today, I think. YouTube just all of a sudden started, like, in my feed. It is just all a bunch of random weird shit that I would normally never see in my feed. Like, a lot of videos, just I saw one video that was from 17 years ago pop up in my feed. Like, what the fuck is this? It's just the most randomest fucking shit. I think YouTube is fucking with their algorithms. Yeah. All sorts of fuckery going on out there. It's not enough to have airplanes fall out of the sky, blow up the airplanes. No, they got to fuck with our damn YouTube algorithms too. Yeah, I was getting all sorts of random live streams from random people in my feeds. So I started clicking on some of them. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it made me feel a little bit better about my channel. Like, goddamn. Like, I'm 1,000 times more entertaining than these fucking schmucks, and they got a whole panel of people on there. Yikes. It is what it is. Yeah, Elon Musk out there using that Doge to clean house, what it sounds like. I was a little bit skeptical about this Doge thing at first, but apparently Elon Musk had hired a handful of a crack team of engineers to go out there and look at all of these various government agencies and figure out which ones are corrupt, which ones aren't, where the money's going, like a full audit, basically. Yeah, these he had a team of people. Apparently, the deep state didn't like it, so they got doxxed. Like Elon's special team got doxxed. Turns out it's just a bunch of young kids in their fucking 20s. Elon's crack team. Yeah, but they found out a lot of corruption that's going on. And one of these agencies is called the United States Agency for International Development. USAID. Yeah. Boy, this is one of the most corrupt organizations I think I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I talked about how these motherfuckers make James Bond villains look like Sesame Street characters by comparison. This USAID agency. Fuck, this is it right there. Yeah, these motherfuckers are involved in everything. Everything from drug smuggling, human trafficking, bioweapons development, wokeness, DEI. Fuck, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, this is that's a fucking evil agency right there. USAID, the United States Agency for International Development. So much money getting funneled through there and in like money laundering operations. This is how all of these corrupt politicians get so rich, using these types of organizations. Yeah, hopefully they're going to go in there and put the axe to all that shit. Boy, they're getting really uppity and crying over it too. Bill Kristol, the fucking neocon extraordinaire, works for Fox News. Well, he came out and blasted Elon and Doge for trying to shut down USAID. Turns out he's getting money from them. He's the head of one of these little fucking NGOs, and it's all just, it's such fucking corruption. It's just so corrupt on so many levels. Yeah, they make James Bond villains look like Sesame Street characters by comparison. They really do. Yeah, hopefully something will be done about it. Public executions. Trump has Excalibur, that legendary sword. Just use that Ned Stark style. Just cut all their heads off. Yeah. There you go. That'd be the most entertaining way to handle it. Yeah, the Chinese, they don't like Trump. Yeah, he's putting tariffs on them. Yeah, they don't like him at all. They fear him a lot more than they do Biden, that's for sure. Yeah, China. They came out here with that new AI, that DeepSeek. It's supposed to be way, way better than our AI. Yeah, they got all sorts of different AIs out there for creating video. I saw one of these Chinese Alibaba AI video creators out there on Twitter, so I decided to click on a link, go check it out, test it out. So I wanted to make a video about Donald Trump beating Joe Biden to death with a golf club. So that's what I put in there. Donald Trump beating Joe Biden to death with a golf club. And it's like, I'm sorry, this is inappropriate material. And it wouldn't let me do it. So I'm like, okay, let me change this a little bit. Donald Trump beating Joe Biden with a golf club. I took out the part of to death. Like, okay, let's see if this works. I'm sorry, this is inappropriate material, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, let's try this one. Donald Trump hits Joe Biden with a golf club. That's it. He's not beating him. He's not beating him to death. He's just simply hitting him. And I'm sorry, this is inappropriate material. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Like, what the fuck point is having a goddamn AI video creator if I can't do a funny little Donald Trump meme? Shit. So I decided to do this one. I remember Donald Trump doing his little dance after the election or whatever. Okay, a Donald Trump dance video. This will be funny. Donald Trump dances the Macarena. I put that in there. And I'm sorry, this is inappropriate material. I'm like, what? Donald Trump dances the Macarena? This is inappropriate? Are you fucking kidding me? So then I got to thinking, wait a minute. Could it be that it has nothing to do with violence or nothing like that? It's just Trump that this fucking thing is focusing on? So here's what I did. I took out the word Trump and I substituted it for the word Satan. Satan dances the Macarena. Ding, ding, ding. It did a video. It did Satan dancing the Macarena. He looked kind of like the Tim Curry devil from Legend. And he's like sitting there like fucking dancing around, dancing the Macarena. I mean, you got to be fucking kidding me. And that just goes to show what China thinks of Donald Trump. China puts Donald Trump even more higher than the devil himself. As far as like, oh God, we fucking fear this guy. We got nothing to do with him. He's worse than Satan himself. Fuck. That's when you know you're one of the fucking good guys. If the communist red Chinese think you're worse than fucking Satan, yeah, you know you're one of the good guys. Yeah, it was pretty funny. It may sound like I'm just making up a fucking story. No, I swear to God. I swear to God, this is a true fucking story. Satan dances the Macarena, perfectly fine. Donald Trump dancing the Macarena, oh no, this is inappropriate. I think they understand the power of these funny little AI Trump memes. Because of all of the shit that goes on with these AI whatevers, like Trump is probably one of the most commonly done ones. Like, no, not anymore. Not with ours. Because they know at the end of the day that is positive propaganda for Trump. Shit like that. So they're just simply going to put these various safeguards into their AI to not even allow you to even use Donald Trump's fucking name at all. Yeah, he's worse than Satan himself in the eyes of the communist red Chinese. Yeah, the tariff wars. At least China ain't getting as bad as tariffs as Canada and Mexico. Yeah, apparently Trump's threat of the tariffs brought Canada and Mexico to the table, and they were capable of staving off the tariffs for about 30 more days. They had to agree to send 10,000 troops to America's side of the border to help combat all of the illegals and all of the fentanyl and all that shit. Yeah, so it only buys them 30 days, though. We'll see what happens after that. Yeah, Canada and Mexico have threatened to retaliate with tariffs of their own. Like, oh no. And it turns out we barely buy anything from Canada, so we would not even be affected at all. Whereas Canada buys most of their shit from America. It's like, oh no. Like, just 25% tariffs is probably going to completely destroy the Canadian economy. But Trump, like, I guess Justin Trudeau tried to get all uppity with Trump. So Trump threatened him with 50% tariffs. 50%. Like, fuck. Like, if 25% would utterly annihilate their economy, what the fuck would 50% do? And Trudeau is basically on his way out. Like, on his way out, he's trying to fuck the Canadian people over. I say, fuck it, let's just turn him into the 51st state. Why not? Shit. No, the only drawback is that Canada is very, very left-wing. So that's going to completely change the landscape as far as electoral votes goes. Yeah, I think we should just let him be and take care of our own house first before we start doing all that. But maybe use tariffs and stuff like that and sanctions and various things as a carrot to get them to change their ways, change their various, all the stupid shit that they're doing. Like, for instance, over there in the UK, throwing people in jail for memes, allowing the women to be raped by all these fucking Pakistani migrants. Like, I would have full sanctions and tariffs against those fuckers until they change their ways. Like, I don't know, because they're so utterly fucked. Like, they really have nobody out there to stand up for them. Like, the only way to get their government to change is to do that through outside pressure. Although I did hear 100,000 Brits took to the streets to protest the release of Tommy Robinson. I heard that happened recently, so maybe they're on the right track. Yeah, 100,000 Brits. Yeah, maybe they're starting to grow some balls after all. Boy, sure glad I've got chickens laying eggs for me right now. I hear the price of eggs are going through the roof out there. I hear the left is like crying about it hard. Oh my God, this is all because of Trump. Why don't you guys hate Trump? Look at the price of eggs. Turns out, right on their way out of office, remember that fucking pants shit and demented pedophile proclaimed a quote unquote bird flu emergency? And they slaughtered fucking just millions of chickens in the month of December leading up to all of this. Then all of a sudden now we've got to egg shortages. Like, And before that, the price of eggs were fucking on the rise all during the 4 years the Democrats were in power. And they said nothing then. They said fucking nothing then. Trump's not even in power for 2 fucking weeks. And they're trying to blame him for the price of eggs. Even though they slaughtered all those fucking chickens in the month of December. And they probably tried to engineer some sort of fuckery. Anytime they say, oh, we got a pandemic on the horizon, that means they are the ones that fucking engineered it. Yeah, but somehow it's Trump's fault. Yeah, deep state. It's the deep state fuckery going on. That's what's going on. Just the petulance, the fucking petulance, the evil, wicked attitude. It reminds me of back when George W. Bush first got elected. Like right after he got elected, the Democrats in the White House, they pried off all of the W's on all of the keyboards in the White House just to be petulant. This is basically the left being petulant. Only this time, instead of kind of being like low key, just, hey, this is like petty, but at least it's harmless. Prying W's off the keyboards. Like, hey, no, we're going to fucking engineer suffering. That's what we're going to do. We're going to murder all of these chickens to drive up the price of eggs, just to try to get people to hate Trump. Why don't you hate him? Hate him like we do. These evil, woke, leftist pieces of fucking shit. Yeah, wokeness. It's Satanism in a fucking Trojan horse. It truly is. Luciferianism. Evil motherfuckers. Doing all that fucking drone bullshit, that drone psyop that was supposedly all of us. They could have said it was us. Hey, we're just doing some tests or whatever. Nothing to worry about here. No, public hysteria. No, this is just them being petulant. The Black Hawk helicopter crashing into that airplane, killing all those innocent people. That fucking attack in Philadelphia. That fucking ISIS terror attack in New Orleans. The fucking Cybertruck attack. Or that Cybertruck blowing up or whatever. This is just these pieces of shit doing what they always do, only it's in a much more evil, wicked way. Yeah, back when they lost over 20 years ago, it was just harmless petulance. Prying the W's off of keyboards. No, now they're making people suffer. They're killing people. This is how fucking evil these woke leftists are. So evil, so woke, so satanic. Fuck. What can you do? Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Trump's in power now. Hopefully he takes care of this shit. Hopefully he doesn't act like a fucking weak cuck like he did last time around. Let him get deboed. Let people like Bill Gates and Fauci run his fucking administration for him. Yeah, Bill Gates. I don't want that fucker anywhere near the food supply. I hear he's trying to combat the cow farts by making some sort of injection to inject into the cows to where they're not going to fart as much so that they won't hurt the environment. Lord only knows what that's really going to do. It's going to induce some sort of a fucking turbo cancer onto the cows and pass it on to the people. That's if we're lucky. Fuck. Who knows what sort of fucking shit he's got planned. I mean, you look at the nature of that mRNA, my God. Yeah, but I hear RFK might get in there as one of Trump's cabinet level people that's going to be in charge of keeping us more healthier. Yeah, I saw some of those RFK hearings. Boy, you talk about unleashing the demons. Like, you could tell these fuckers are possessed by demons. The Elizabeth Warrens of the world. All of these fuckers are getting money from Big Pharma, too. Yeah, get in there and then allow Big Pharma to be sued. That's really going to clean shit up. Because if they know they can get sued, they're going to be less apt to fucking poison people. No, but when you pass these laws not allowing them to be sued, well, then they have absolutely no incentive not to poison people. And when you know that they're all about population control and they think there's too many of us, even though we're going the way of Calhoun's Mouse Utopia experiments with full-blown population collapse, they're like, no, we got too many people. So they're trying to engineer the fucking death of mankind. Yeah. But hopefully they let RFK get in there. There's going to be a lot of people voting against him, a lot of Republicans too, the Mitch McConnells of the world. All of them taking money from Big Pharma too. Yeah, speaking of which, the JFK file is supposedly going to get declassified. We'll see when all those finally start making their way to the public. Find out the truth about all that shit. A little cottonmouth here. Let me take a sip of tea. Yeah. Yeah, if somehow we can get beef tallow back in McDonald's, cooking the McDonald's fries, it will all have been worth it. Yeah, let's just hope Bill Gates doesn't come through with that plan to inject all of the cows with his fart medicine. Who knows what that's going to do to the fucking cows? Remember mad cow disease? Mad cow disease! That fucking shit that was breaking out and then they had to kill all those cows? Yeah, Lord only knows what sort of mad cow type diseases could be well, I don't know. I just don't want Bill Gates anywhere near the fucking food supply. And if RFK can make that happen, well, let's make that happen. You know, I heard somebody did the math with the McDonald's burgers. And the amount of McDonald's there are all across the planet, there isn't enough cows to supply the beef for all of these McDonald's. So where are they getting the beef from? Where are they getting the beef? I wonder. That reminds me of something I heard once. There was a particular fellow, a Jewish fellow, and he talked about how they would take the children and they would grind the children up into the burger patties and they would feed you children in McDonald's. Remember that one? Everybody thought it was just a conspiracy. Oh, no, the Jews aren't feeding us children in the McDonald's hamburgers. No, that couldn't be happening. But it turns out there's not enough cows on planet Earth to supply all of these McDonald's, all of the burgers every day. So where are they coming from? Where are they getting the meat? Where are they getting the meat? Everybody knows with conspiracy theories, All it takes is about 20 years or so until a conspiracy theory is proven to be real. Are we being fed children in the McDonald's? Maybe. Maybe. I hope not. God, I hope not. It's a good thing I stopped eating McDonald's years ago. I remember the last time I tried to eat McDonald's. This was after like purging my body of all that and hadn't eaten fast food in a while. Well, like my body just, it wouldn't like keep it down. I like threw up the McDonald's. It was just straight up a cheeseburger, regular old cheeseburger. Boy, that would be some evil shit. Feeding us ground up children in the McDonald's burger patties. Hell, they do it in a lot of our snack foods. Look up Heck 293. Yeah, they put that shit in a lot of our snack foods. Human fetal kidney cells. Heck 293. Yep, it's a flavor. How did they know human baby kidneys tasted good? How did they know that? Somebody had to have tasted it. Yeah, some evil shit going on, I'm telling you. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it is all conspiracies. But in this day and age, shit, the only thing that takes is to prove a conspiracy is real is about 20 years or so. Sometimes less in this day and age. Hell, it was all proven, the coof, the pandemic. It was all, lab in Wuhan, let's just say that. Turns out that you said was instrumental in it too, funneling millions of dollars to that fucking lab in Wuhan. Yeah, United States Agency for International Development. Boy, that is a fucking corrupt agency and a half. DOGE brought that to light. Had DOGE not been around, we never would have known about this. Yeah, they need to put the kibosh on all that shit. So much corruption, so much money laundering. Boy, you speak of money laundering. Turns out that Ukraine war, Zelensky just came out and said that almost 60% of that fucking money we've been sending to the Ukraine didn't even make it there. Like, where the fuck did it go then? Funneled back to corrupt Democrat politicians? Probably. It got fucking laundered somewhere. Yeah, meanwhile, the American people suffering fucking inflation because of that shit. So much stupid shit done in the past 4 years that caused inflation. The Ukraine war was one of them. Turns out most of that fucking money never even made it to where it was supposed to go. Where the fuck did it go? Corrupt Ukrainian politicians? Corrupt Democrat politicians? The Biden crime family? Makes perfect sense now why Biden pardoned his whole fucking family on the way out of office. Fuck. Yeah, Zelensky said almost 60% of that shit didn't fucking make it to them. And this is probably him being generous. Like, it was probably more like 75 to 80%. Yeah, Ukraine war. Turns out there's so many bioweapons labs that we're funding over there too. You said was a part of it. Yeah, they use a thing called NGOs, non-governmental organizations. But what they truly are is they're governmental organizations. They're used as CIA front groups, and they use them as tools to do their bidding, and they maintain plausible deniability. They say, hey, it's not us, it's this NGO that's doing it. Yeah, they need to go there with a chainsaw to all of these fucking corrupt NGOs, get rid of all of them. Yeah. Looks like that's what's happening, though. Just Elon Musk and a handful of young 20-year-olds that are well trained in using computers, going through and just looking at these fuckers, going through the books, looking at the receipts. Drop the receipts. Yeah, sometimes you don't want to drop the receipts because you don't want people to look at what you've been doing. They don't want to see the truth. The truth. Yeah, truth is, you motherfuckers are evil, you're corrupt, and your time in the sun is over. The time of accountability has come. Hopefully. Fuck, hopefully. Yeah, but looking at what they did in Philadelphia, that was clearly some sort of a missile attack. Some missile looked like it was launched out of a plane. But it looked like the plane might have been stealth because I didn't see no plane. It looked like the missile just materialized out of nowhere. Some sort of stealth technology. Yeah, if they can do that into a random place in Philadelphia, they could do it to the White House too. This could have been a show of force. Say, hey, Trump, we could do this or some random place in Philly. We could do it to any place you're at too. So you better hide out underground, motherfucker. That's what I would do if I was Trump. I would spend most of my time underground, and I would have a body double, like pretend to be me in public and be on the surface, just in case they try some shit like that. But I'm calling the shots from behind the scenes, being the puppet master, so to speak. That'd be the only way to truly stay safe from these fuckers. They're going to try to kill him again at some point. All right. It's been a while since I looked at the chat. Let me look at this chat real quick. Comicsgate. We got a confession from EVS about eternal presence of books, reselling, switch covers, and the newest scam. He actually addressed that? Yeah, I remember Comicsgate was created as a knee-jerk reaction to a lot of the stupid shit that was going on in the mainstream. And one of the stupid things the mainstream was doing was like the variant cover grift. And what did Comicsgate do? They basically copied exactly the mainstream's whole variant cover grift. And now they're constantly reselling a lot of the same shit. How many times has Billy Tucci resold that fucking She book? I hear Ethan is going to rewrite Cyberfrog, try to fucking resell that shit too. Second chance nonsense. The books that have not even come out yet. Shane Davis did this for his silly cat book. Sold the heck out of it more than a year, only when he only when he sold 50K of books he printed. I wonder if he's going to do a sequel to that, Starlight Cats 2. Has he announced Starlight Cats 2 yet? Yeah, I hear his Inglorious Rex books aren't very good. The people who've actually reviewed them. They're even worse than ISOM from what I hear. Women. Only 3% are marriageable. Aaron Clary's newest theory. Over 50% of women are overweight. Men don't want them from that. Cannot get and keep 9s and 10s. Those are out. Yeah. Bitches. Yeah, Juggernaut rule. It is real. Yeah, a lot of people don't know what Juggernaut rule is. The Juggernaut law. Juggernaut law. No matter how much of a fat, ugly, repulsive troll the bitch is, there's some poor, pathetic bastard out there who's so fucking lonely and desperate, he'll worship her like a grotesque pagan goddess. Juggernaut law. It's the exact opposite with men. Like, you have to go through a process of self-improvement, be able to get a bitch if you're low quality. No, the bitch more low quality you are, the more men are throwing themselves at you, because they think since you're low quality and you're an ugly troll that not many men are wanting to hit that. They think it's going to be way easier. She's going to have lower standards. And the reality is, these bitches, they rack up a higher body count than your average OnlyFans model. They really do. These fucking nasty whores. The ugly ones, the overweight ones. Others excluded from being out of range. There is a video asking if Bowie did stuff with an under 17, 2 years under. Every pop star in the 70s likely was evil by that test. Yeah, there were different times back then. And if you're on the road and you're doing these concerts and shit, I'm sure they're not looking at all of the IDs of these various bitches. What a name. Google drops pledge on AI use for weapons. Lucy Hooker, BBC business reporter. Notice that Drudge report website was super anti-Trump. Everyone is nicer once DT is in power. Funny how that goes. Yeah, I heard Drudge became like huge, never Trumper. Years ago, back in the day, I used to go to the Drudge report. But yeah, sounds like he fell off quite a bit. Trump in power usually means bad news for the conservative griftosphere. Less rage farming, lower pay chats, low demand for copium. Yeah, I remember how that was with Rush Limbaugh. Like after Trump got elected, like I would listen to Limbaugh, his very first show after Trump was elected, and it sounded like Limbaugh was like literally seething with rage and anger. Like he was so pissed off that Hillary lost. I swear to God. And I had listened to Rush Limbaugh for years. Once you listen to a guy for years, you kind of tell when they're mad, when there's something going on. Like Limbaugh was literally seething with anger when Trump was fucking elected. I think it's because of that very reason. Because if Hillary Clinton would have got elected, then Rush Limbaugh would have had 4 years of grifting, of rage farming, being able to maybe sell another book, sell more mugs, T-shirts. But when Trump got elected, he saw that was an existential threat to his grift. Yeah, boy, one of the biggest pieces of boomer grifter shit there ever was, Rush Limbaugh. Yeah, that guy's fucking legacy has aged like a fucking carton of cottage cheese. The grifties. Yeah, I remember all I need to do is one bit, the grifties. And like that, it aged like fine wine. Every year, it'll fucking age better. Liam is poison for any show he does. Maybe Ethan is catching on to this. Yeah, poor Liam. He was poised for a redemption arc for there for a while. Yeah, I was all for the Liam Gray redemption arc. And then all of a sudden, went completely off the fucking rails. Past artists in a few years, loads of bands will stop touring, too old. The new talented people are in tech, not music. There goes the industry. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of these musical channels pop up using AI music. Yeah, I hear a lot of people crying about AI art, this AI art, that. You don't hear a lot of people crying about the AI music, but maybe they are in the music industry and people who make music. I mean, I make music. I don't really care. Like I look at it as a way to integrate it into the existing workflow, basically. The lab leak conspiracy is real. The loop is closing. 3 years conspiracy to truth. Yeah. Boy, I was counting up how many strikes I had just on this fucking channel. Like ever since the very beginning, I went to my YouTube studio, looked at it. You know, I have had 14 fucking channels removed just on this fucking channel. 14 videos. Most of them live streams. 14 fucking videos removed on just this channel, not counting my other channels. Yeah, I mean, I've been struck so many fucking times. I literally should have lost like fucking over a half dozen fucking channels. I really should have. And almost everything was all based upon me calling out the truth about the coof, the pandemic, all that shit. Yeah, Big Daddy, I'm based as fuck. Let's put it that way. That's how you know you're fucking based. Yeah, I remember Axe End. I saw a free link to read that shit on one of those free comic sites. I looked at it a little bit. I didn't read it fully. It looked like another Shane Davis self insert, just like in Glorious Rex. because it's old. Comicsgate always recycling shit. Yep. I can't believe they're still fucking crowing about Eric July, all that shit. I guess as long as Eric July keeps doing his thing, they'll keep crowing about it. Boy, they're getting real uppity over that Gothics girl. Eric had hired some sort of PR person. Gothics, some black chick. Yeah, this reminds me of say you've got a lightning storm. You got lightning going on all over the place. You put a lightning rod out there. It's going to absorb all those lightning bolts. That's who this bitch is. That's what it sounds like. She's nothing more than a lightning rod that Eric July put out there to absorb a lot of the lightning. And also at the same time, he could basically turn her into his mouthpiece, turn her into his puppet, his ripoff verse, if you know what I mean. Like he'll feed her certain talking points and she'll parrot them. Then all of a sudden, rah, 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 Comicsgate will get all pissed off and they'll, you hear what Gothic said? And they'll EFAP her and shit. But really, she's just parroting what Eric July wants her to parrot, and she's nothing more than his puppet. And at the same time, she's absorbing most of the fucking lightning. It's kind of a brilliant play, really. Yeah, as dumb as Eric July is, he's outplayed Comicsgate in every fucking regard possibly. He really has. Gothics is okay. I just can't listen to a woman reading pig chats for hours. Is that what she does? Is she one of those Chrissy Mayer type shows, like a simp bullshit? Like, hey, come watch me. I'm a female on a fucking live stream. Give me money. Or is there any substance to the bitch? Wow, and yikes. Praying to escape hellhole. Indians seek U.S. visas at temples amid Trump's immigration overhaul. First Post America. Yeah, Trump, he's really cracking down on the immigration out there. From what I hear, he's actually deporting these motherfuckers. I heard they took to the streets in California, shut down the 101 freeway there in L.A. All of these damned illegals in the streets. Yeah, but I guess ICE came out there in full force to start deporting them. Like, good. Deport them all. Build the fucking wall, too. Build the wall. Build the wall. Build the wall. Yeah, let's get that fucking wall built. Why not? Shit. I mean, we got enough money now. I remember it was like pulling teeth to get them to give $5 billion to build that wall during Trump's first term. Shit, they give $5 billion to the Ukraine on a Saturday afternoon. Yeah, we can reallocate some of that money towards the border, get that fucking wall built. Finally. Yeah, these fucking leftists, they're acting demon possessed out there. Trump's not letting men shower with women in the locker rooms anymore, won't let them beat the fuck out of them in women's sports anymore. Oh my God! Rah, 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 rah. Kill Trump, kill the Republicans. Yeah, demon possessed. There's some sort of demonic possession there. I'm telling you. I was listening to a lot of old Art Bells here recently, him interviewing Father Malachi Martin, the famous priest. Yeah, those are some classic interviews, the Art Bell, Father Malachi Martin interviews. Yeah, Father Malachi Martin had performed so many exorcisms throughout the course of his life, thousands of them. And he talks about a form of possession called the perfectly possessed. Now, these people, they are the most dangerous, the perfectly possessed. Now, these are the ones who have fully assimilated with their demon, and the demon basically is in full control. Like there's no more semblance of humanity there. The demon is in full control. And then these ones, like it's real hard to exorcise them, almost impossible. In fact, I think Father Malachi Martin said he's never been able to exorcise someone who's perfectly possessed. And when you see the way the left acts, these motherfuckers, we're dealing with the perfectly possessed. Pure fucking demon energy. That's what we're fucking dealing with. Yeah, it wasn't just Father Malachi Martin, but I was listening to various other priests that have performed exorcisms. Been on one of these kicks where I just listened to a bunch of various exorcists talk about their various experiences. And I remember one of these exorcists talking about how a person actually physically changed in front of them. And he changed into a wolf. Fucking changed into a wolf. And what happened was they channeled a certain demon. And what the demon they channeled was, this particular demon, was the demon called the Fenrir wolf. Anybody knows what the Fenrir wolf is? That is an old Norse, that's from old Norse mythology. Loki, son of Odin, had mated with a giantess and had begat 3 children. One of them Jormungand, the serpent. One of them Hela, in charge of the underworld. And the other, the Fenrir wolf. Now these 3 children of Loki, they had certain prophecies sewn into them that were tied into the end of the world. So Odin and the rest of the gods did everything in their power to try to prevent the end of the world by happening by taking care of Loki's children before they could destroy the earth. Like Odin was prophesied to be killed by the Fenrir wolf. So they crafted an unbreakable chain, and they were capable of chaining it. But this is old Norse legends. But apparently this Fenrir wolf was able to manifest itself into a human and transform. And then you hear about cases of the cryptid known as the Dog Man, or the ancient race of peoples known as the Cynocephali, the dog-headed men. And I wonder, like, are these actual humans that had the spirit of the Fenrir wolf channel through them and actually transform? I wonder if something like that happened. Within the seed of every something, there's always a legend. And within that legend, there's always some sort of kernel of truth. Like the tale of how werewolves are killed with silver bullets, for instance. That story had to have originated somewhere. It had to have originated with the legend originally. It became a furry and plagued the world. Yeah, speaking of furries, I heard JDA got outed. Boy. Yeah, he was basically the high priest of Goonergate. Then it turns out he's like one of the biggest gooners there is. A furry. A fucking degenerate furry. Yeah, that was pretty funny. You know what? We're approaching the 1 hour mark. I think we might take a little break, play a song or two, and then tell a story. And then maybe we'll talk about some lighthearted shit. All right, guys, we're going to take a little break and we're going to come back.
Shed a tear 'cause I'm missing you, but still alright to smile. Girl, I think about you every day now. There was a time when I wasn't sure, but you set my mind at ease. There is no doubt that you're in my heart now. Said, oh, I'm on, take it slow, it work itself out fine. All we need is just a little patience. Said, sugar, take it slow, we come together fine. All we need is just a little patience. sitting here upon the stairs, 'cause I'd rather be alone. If I can have you right now, I'll wait, dear. Sometimes I get so intense, though I can't speed up the time. We spoke of was and we spoke of when. You know things will turn out right. I said, oh, I'm on, take it slow, it'll work itself out fine. All we need is just a little patience. I said, sugar, take it slow, we'll come together fine. And all we need is just a little patience. Patience. Yeah. Just a little patience. Yeah. Just a little patience. Yeah. Just a little patience. Just a little patience. Stuck in the city and night is a wire. Feeling the pity, the earth is afire. If you want me, then give me a sign, and you'll see me even closer behind. Touching the ground, hearing the sound. I'm on the hunt, I'm after you. Standing so proud, lost in the crowd, and I'm hungry like the wolf. Straddle the line with this golden rhyme. I'm on the hunt, I'm after you. Mouth is alive, juice is like wine, and I'm hungry like the wolf. Stuck in the forest, too close to hide. I'll be upon you by the moonlight side. White-blooded drumming on your skin is so tight. Beating my heart just a moment behind. Touching the ground, I'm on the hunt, I'm after you. Smell like the sound, lost in the crowd, and I'm hungry like the wolf. Straddle the line in this golden rhyme. I'm on the hunt, I'm after you. Mouth is alive, juice is like wine, and I'm hungry like the wolf. Touching the ground, smell like the sound. I'm on the hunt, I'm after you. Standing so proud, lost in the crowd, and I'm hungry like the wolf. Straddle the line, this golden rhyme. I'm on the hunt, I'm after you. Mouth is alive, juice is like wine, and I'm hungry like the wolf. Hungry like the wolf. Hungry like the wolf. Stuck in the city, night is a wire. Feeling the pity, the earth is a fire. And I'm hungry like the wolf. Duran. Oh yeah.
locusts. They know that their fucking ideology is poison too. They know it. Fucking pregnant, man. Imagine God looking at the earth from afar, looking at that whole pregnant men phenomenon bullshit. Noah, get the boat. Fuck, pregnant men.
Russian is wild, dancing with the devil in the dark. Daddy never take no crap. Daddy with the big dick slap. Daddy with that's in life. Rushing his breath, dancing with the devil in the day, like day and night. Telling me now what is best tonight. Rushing a miss world, leaving my soul of pain. Rushing a miss world, dancing with the devil in the rain. Crushing a miss world, feeling my soul a spark. Crushing a miss world, dancing with the devil in the dark. Daddy never take no crap. Daddy with the big dick slap.
You ever hear the tale of the Beast of Geuvadan? It's a pretty good story. Yeah, it's one of those tales of beasts killing people. Whether it was a cynocephalus or not, I don't know. There were some tales of the beast being able to walk upright and cast spells, having like glowing red eyes and shit like that. But the beast, it was first spotted in the mid-1700s, 1764, and it terrorized the countryside for about 3 fucking years over there in France, in this real rural province known as the Geuvadan. And it first showed itself and tried to kill a young 14-year-old girl who was tending her cows. Now, what happened back in those times, the men, they worked the fields, and then the children and females would tend to the flocks and the cows and shit like that. And what happened was this creature, she just called her the Beast, came sauntering out of the forest, and kind of had reddish fur. Said it had a black stripe on its back, kind of a light colored belly, big old giant head full of teeth, open mouth, and went right past all the cows, came sauntering up to her. But luckily, a bunch of the oxen came and like boxed her in, and wouldn't allow the beast to get near her. And eventually the beast left. But it would claim its first victim a couple weeks later. Another young girl would be found completely tore to pieces. And then after that, it was on. The beast, what it would normally do is target the women and children that were working the fields. And one of its favorite things to do would be to bite off the face and like chew off the head and shit like that. And then just leave the body there for them to find. Now this got so bad. I mean, this beast was killing so many people that the French people were seeking help from the king. That's how bad it got. So what the king did was he put one of his best dragoon lieutenants on it and sent a legion of men to go fucking take care of the beast. Dragoon Captain Duhamel. So anyway, what this dragoon captain does is he deputizes the countryside and orders everybody to take up picks, shovels, pots and pans, and like start making noise and driving the beast to his men so he can kill him. And anybody who refused to, take up arms against the beast, they were actually thrown in jail. Like, it got that bad. There was actually a famous case of this extremely pious man. It was all about God, and he loved animals. He bred his own dogs. His name was Jean Chastel, but he refused to hunt the beast, so he was actually thrown in jail. It was a famous case. But anyway, the beast was capable of slipping the lines, and then time and time again, this beast would slip Duhamel and his men. See, they went about it as they would normally hunt a beast. They had their horses, and they had fucking hounds and shit, and they would, like a hunt, how you hunt fox. And the beast would always seem to elude them. And Duhamel himself actually was capable of firing at the beast. And the bullets were said to have no effect on this creature. Like, they would basically bounce off of it. Now, these people in this rural province, they know what wolves are. They've dealt with wolves. This creature was never once referred to as a wolf. It was always referred to as the beast. And Duhamel, the dragoon captain, said he had seen it himself, and he had swore it was some form of lion, or a lion hybrid. But anyway, this creature continued terrorizing these people, continued fucking killing at will. And it got to the point where Duhamel ordered the people not to bury their dead. Whenever the beast would make a kill, he would have his men go post up on the fucking kill, wait for the beast to return. And in doing so, it kind of pissed the people off, because what they were doing was they were desecrating the bodies of their fucking relatives and shit. So what happened was many, many bodies were simply buried and went unreported. Many deaths went unreported because they didn't want their loved ones' bodies to be desecrated. So the official death count of the beast was somewhere around the area of 115, but some say the actual death count was somewhere in like 300 or more, possibly even 600, because it terrorized the countryside for 3 years straight. Anyway, eventually what happened was the British tabloids got a hold of this. Now, anybody knows the British tabloids knows how they can run with a story. And then this was coming off the 7 Years' War with France. And anybody who wants to know what that's all about, go watch the movie Last of the Mohicans. But yeah, in order to rub salt in the wounds of the French king, what the British tabloids would like to do is publish stories about the beast, and like build up the beast's fucking lore, and talk about how fucking hardcore and badass it is, and how it's basically like devouring the entire French army. And it was making the French king look bad. Now, these stories, it eventually made its way overseas, and these stories were being printed in fucking New England, over in America. That's how bad it got. Now, the French king decided that he needs to bring in specialists, because this captain he sent, he just fucked up. He doesn't know what he's doing. I need specialists. So what the French king does is he hires a father and son duo that specialize in killing wolves. They have 8 specially trained bloodhounds, and between the two of them, they've killed over 1,200 wolves. So he sends these 2 specialized hunters into the Geuvadan, to take down this fucking beast. There's a huge reward for the beast once it gets killed too. So these hunters get out there, and they decide to deploy different tactics. It's all about stealth. They're fucking, going about it completely different than Duhamel and his men, who have by this time returned to France completely shamed, like tails between their legs, like fucking disgraced. So the father and son duo start hunting this beast, and what happens is the same shit that happened to Duhamel happens to these guys. The beast just continues killing at will. They cannot stop it. No matter what they do, they cannot fucking capture this thing. They cannot track it down. It just fucking, it's like that. It will strike, and then it's gone. And it kills shitloads more people. And the British tabloids publish more papers, and the fucking French king looks even more fucking stupid. So eventually, the French king decides, okay, fucking, I gotta fucking do something different, because these hunters, they're just not getting it done. By this time, it's like on to the second year, into year 3, and like it's gone on too long. So this is what he does. The French king sends his personal gun bearer to go take care of the beast. Now, this would be the same thing as like the president of the United States sending his chief Secret Service agent, basically, something like that. Now, this gun bearer, he was a man not of nobility. He was basically a peasant class who worked his whole life to get to this point, basically. Now, Dragoon Captain Duhamel, completely disgraced. The father and son duo, I guess after that, they were completely disgraced afterwards. So he knows that if he fails in this task, like his family name is on the line. He cannot fail. So what he does is he goes out there and he's determined to kill this beast no matter what. Only problem is, he can't. The beast continues to kill at will. Women, children, biting their fucking faces off. So, what this guy does is he concocts a plan. He tracks down the biggest fucking wolf he can find, and he kills this wolf. Now, keep in mind, it's a much more larger than normal wolf. And then what he does is he has a taxidermist kind of stuff the wolf and like put wood inside of it and make it look much more bigger and more fiercer looking. So what he does after he kills this wolf is he takes this stuffed wolf and he goes back to France and he shows it to the king of France. He's like, voila, I've killed the beast. The problem is taken care of. And like that, problem over. French king gives him his fucking huge reward. Fucking, he gets lavished with praise as the slayer of the beast or whatever. Only problem is, the beast continues killing. Yes, it was not the real beast, of course. Because most people who've seen the beast all describe it as one way. Reddish colored fur with a black stripe running down his back with a kind of a whitish belly. That's what the beast looks like. Big old giant fucking head with an open mouth full of fucking teeth with red eyes. That's what it's usually always described as. Not a wolf. Like I said, those people know what wolves are. They would have known this thing to be a wolf. But anyway, the beast continues terrorizing the countryside. Now, I spoke earlier about the man called Jean Chastel, who was thrown in jail, the pious man who bred his own dogs, refused to hunt the beast. Well, anyway, it got to the point where the beast was terrorizing the countryside so badly that this pious man, Jean Chastel, realized, I have no choice. I must hunt this beast and kill it before it kills again. Because this beast, it is sent from the pits of hell itself. Yes. He knows that this beast cannot be killed by any normal means. No. Now here is where we get into the realm of legend. Supposedly, this is what happens. Jean Chastel takes his crucifix, made of pure silver, and he melts it down into 2 silver bullets. And he has them blessed by a priest. Now, he takes his hunting dogs and he goes out and starts hunting this beast. Anyway, one day, lo and behold, the beast comes sauntering up out of a field, right towards Jean Chastel. Anyway, he takes aim with his silver bullet, shoots the beast. The beast is staggered, falls to the ground. And as it's starting to get up, he loads again, takes aim, shoots it again. Beast falls to the ground. This time it's not getting up. Then he orders his dogs to go finish it. Dogs run up, start biting fucking, and like that. The beast is dead. He goes and shows it around to people, and they're like, yep, this is the beast. Yep, that's the beast. And like that, Jean Chastel becomes a local hero, a local folk hero in that area. To this day, he has a fucking statue erected there in the fucking town square. So anyway, they take the beast on tour around France, and eventually up to the gates of the king himself. But the king of France, as far as he's concerned, this matter is settled. Like the reward's been paid. So he orders the beast buried immediately because, you got to bury the fucking truth. But, yeah, that is the tale of the Beast of Geuvadan. Now, after that, that is how the legend of werewolves being killed by silver bullets was born. And now you know. And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe. Yeah, there was a real good movie made about the Beast of Geuvadan called Brotherhood of the Wolf. Had Mark Dacascos in it. It didn't tell the exact story, obviously. It was more Hollywood. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was like an Italian horror movie crossed with a Shaw Brothers kung fu movie. Manny and Fronsac. They're two hunters sent by the king to go dispatch the beast, this mysterious beast that's terrorizing the French countryside. Opens with a real good fight scene. Fronsac, the French noble, and his manservant Manny. Manny is an Indian, a man not to order, thank you, come again. No, but a scalper, like a true savage from America. One of those types of Indian, an Injun. Anyway, he trained this Injun how to fight, like not just any fight, but like martial arts. So you got this Indian, an American Indian that knows martial arts, and he's like this French noble's right-hand man, his sidekick, his friend, his bodyguard, and they go hunt the beast down. And it turns out the beast, it's never really explained exactly what it is. It looks like it might be a hyena, but it wears like armor. And it turns out there's this evil cult that controls the beast. So Manny and Fronsac get involved with this cult. And Manny eventually simps out over one of these women, and fucking he ends up getting killed. Killed because of simping. And up until this point, we see Manny unleashing all these badass martial arts. But we've never seen Fronsac fight. No, but we know that Fronsac supposedly trained Manny. So after Manny is killed, then Fronsac pops onto the scene as the main character. And he's like way more badass than Manny. He takes on the whole fucking cult. He fights them all. Takes on the beast. Yeah, it was like I said, it's like a horror movie crossed with like a Shaw Brothers movie. A lot of fucking kung fu action. The main villain wields like a chain whip, kind of like Ivy from Soul Calibur. That fucking weapon, basically the same weapon. Yeah, it was a pretty good movie. I mean, kind of stupidly cheesy, but it's one of those types of movies I enjoyed. Yeah, I told that story shit years ago. Went back and clipped it. If I would have spent a little bit more time on it, I probably would have edited out most of the curse words. I've been trying to clean up my cussing. It's one of the things I've been trying to clean up. It's one of the few things that I get consistent criticism for. You cuss too much cussing. I think I've gotten a little better. Yeah, pop culture. Seems like shit's getting a lot worse than what it used to be. I don't know if a movie like Brotherhood of the Wolf could even be made nowadays. Yeah, I hear Wizards of the Coast has gotten so woke with Dungeons and Dragons that they've actually banned half-elves and half-orcs. And they're trying to phase out orcs altogether because they consider them racist. It's like, motherfucker, if you see an orc and your very first inclination is to associate it with black people, then maybe you're the fucking racist. Yeah, they don't see it that way, though. Yeah, getting rid of the half-elves, the half-orcs. The fucking half-elves. Like, that makes no sense. No, we must have racial purity. But you are the racist, yeah, somehow. Wokeness. Sickness of the soul. In today's world of D&D, where there are no half-elves, there couldn't be a character like Tanis half-elven, from those old D&D novels. Hickman and Weiss. Raceland, Caramon, all those guys. The very first D&D characters that had a lot of novels based upon them. Yeah, that was a beloved character, Tanis half-elven. A character like that couldn't exist nowadays, though, in today's woke D&D. You know, they banned the Lich phylactery, too. For anti-Semitism. Yep. They don't want to offend the Jews. Like, what? You're going to associate Jews with the Lich? Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, Lich. It's like an undead warlock. And it keeps its essence alive in a phylactery. It's like a tiny little vial where it keeps its essence. And I guess a phylactery is, I think it stems back to a Jewish word. And the Jews, in addition to putting those tiny little hats on their heads, the yarmulkes, sometimes they also put little boxes on their heads. And I guess those boxes are considered, or they're called phylacteries. And I forget what they put inside of them. But now they're phasing out to the phylactery. They're calling it the spirit vial or something like that, because it's considered offensive. Like, was there any Jews complaining about the phylactery up to this point? Like, literally, it's been a part of the D&D lore for decades. Wokeness. What can you do? I guess you can create your own shit, comicsgate style. Yeah, Ethan is creating all sorts of cool-looking comics and merchandise and toys for his customers. Yeah, if you were to see his Rainbow Brute toys, especially the horse ones, if you were a normie and you saw that shit, why, you would think that you were looking at brony shit. Full fucking real. I'm not fucking joking. If you were a normie and if you saw the Rainbow Brute campaign and those fucking toys associated with it, those horse toys, you would think that that was some brony shit. Oh, fucking real. And comicsgate somehow thinks that's cool. Like, no, that's brony shit. That's not cool. That's fucking brony shit is what that is. Ain't nothing cool about brony shit. Yeah, about the most uncool fucking thing there is. Brony shit, really. That's comicsgate for you, though. Yeah, comicsgate. Yeah, I bet Ethan was wishing he was making Eric July money. Yeah, I hear Eric July has been releasing books left and right. He just recently released The Great War of Separation. This supposedly is the tale of how Texas decided to secede from the Union. Yeah, of all of the tales involved with the Rippaverse, I've said that this is the most interesting tale, the one that I want to see. This is the one I want to know about. How exactly did Texas defeat the United States of America in a fucking war and secede from the Union? This is what I want to know. It's probably going to be shit. I think Chuck Dixon is writing it, so it's a good chance it's going to be utter fucking shit. Although I heard Chuck Dixon did have a series of novels get optioned into a movie. And not just any movie, but a movie in where Jason Statham is actually the star of the movie. Like if a series of pulp novels got you a fucking movie deal where Jason Statham is the star, I guess you're a success to a certain degree. Yeah, maybe Chuck Dixon was capable of creating some cool original something. Maybe he'll bring that level of creativity to the Great War of Separation. From the tagline, I hear something about cartel related. Like it popped off because of something happened with cartel. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't age badly because of Trump popping onto the scene and actually waging war with cartels. In this book, Texas decides to do something about the cartel because the federal government doesn't want to help or something. Like, oh no, this doesn't align with real world politics. It's making you look behind the times. There ain't nothing worse than dating your comic with that kind of shit, real world politics. Like if there ever was a true war of separation where Texas decided to do its own thing and break away from the Union, I think I know what the catalyst behind such a war would be. It would be started because of the Californians. Yep, it would be the Californians. They would be the ones that started the war. Texas would want to pass certain laws to keep Californians out of their state, or to keep the Californians from voting or something like that. Because Texas is like right on the verge of flipping and becoming a blue state because of all the Californians that are moving there and importing their woke leftist politics. But the federal government steps in and won't let Texas pass these laws to protect itself from these Californians. So Texas is like, fuck it, we have no choice. You've given us no choice. In order to protect our sovereignty and protect our borders from these evil, godforsaken Californians, we have to break away from the Union. We have to start a war of separation. Like, that would be the funniest fucking thing if that would be the thing that started it. The Californians. It was because of those goddamn Californians. They started the war. I could totally see that happening, though. Boy, people from Texas, they got to be fucking tired of those goddamn Californians at this point coming over there, fucking their state up. Up here, they've taken over certain cities. Cities like Austin. Completely taken over by the left. They're going to institute corruption, institutionalize corruption. You're going to never be able to vote them out of power because of their corruption. And it'll be just like California. It's so utterly fucked. Like, oh no, there's nothing we can do about these fires. There's no water. Gavin Newsom says. Trump's like, oh yeah. With a stroke of a pen, fucking gets the water flowing. And like that, all of those empty fucking reservoirs are now full with water. There's your water for you. Yeah, they could have did that a long fucking time ago. They could have flown planes over those areas and released those various cloud seeding whatevers to seed the clouds and make rain. Like, we have that technology. They could have did that. Nope. Let it burn. Let it burn. Let it burn. Let it burn. Big Daddy say that flame, the heat never bothered me anyway. I said the heat never bothered me anyway. Oh, fucking real. Let it burn. Maybe something better will rise from the fucking ashes. Yeah, if that's what it takes for these fucking Californians to wake up and start voting these goddamn leftists out of power, well, so be it. But like I said, it's so corrupt there, such institutionalized corruption. I don't know if they can vote their way out of it. Yeah, there was this one woke leftist piece of shit who literally counted 3 boxes of ballots over and over again. And one of these Democrats, like, it literally took them over a fucking month to count all of their votes. And there was a certain seat, and they need to basically cheat to fucking win. And that's just a microcosm of how things are done there. And the motherfucker is not going to face any jail time. Yeah, Donald Trump and his DOGE organization going to have to fucking personally prosecute the motherfucker. Yeah, these leftists, they get away with whatever the fuck they want. A Trump supporter could make a meme saying, hey, if you want to vote Hillary, text this number. And they'll throw that motherfucker in jail for election tampering. But literally one of these ballot counters can count the same ballot over and over again until they put the Democrat over. And not a fucking thing's going to happen to the guy. Rules for thee, but not for me. Yeah, I've been saying it. All my goddamn life I've been saying it. The leftist supremacist movement is real. It fucking is. And it is bar none, hands down, without any shadow of a doubt, without any degree of equivocation, the most dangerous movement on planet motherfucking Earth. It truly is. Dog again. Oh, he wants to play. He's a good boy. My dog, he's very playful. Yeah, what the hell else is going on out there in the realm of the griftosphere? Talk a little bit of comicsgate. Talk about how Ethan's fucking toys look like brony shit. Talked about the Great War of Separation. What the fuck's going on with Liam out there? Shit. Yeah, he was poised for a redemption arc. He really was. And then fucking just went completely off the fucking rails. Almost overnight. And all for what? For no reason, really. Just because people didn't want a virtue signal hard enough for him? Just such pointless, insane nonsense, really. I mean, Liam is seriously more mad that people won't virtue signal for him than the actual harassment itself. He really is. One of the damnedest things I've ever seen. Wanting to fight Lord Raptor Jesus over it. Pray to God I never meet yous. Yeah, but Lord Raptor Jesus has accepted the boxing challenge, I guess. You know, for the longest time, there was only one thing I was looking forward to in comicsgate. And that was the boxing match between Liam and Lord Finatra. And for one reason or another, it didn't happen. You know, if we can't get the boxing match of Liam versus Lord Finatra, maybe, just maybe, we can get that boxing match of Liam versus Lord Raptor Jesus. Maybe it can happen. Ethan will have to offer to fly Liam out. I mean, Ethan doesn't like Lord Raptor Jesus. Maybe Ethan would be willing to do that. Kick his ass, Liam! Yeah, it turns out Lord Raptor Jesus is a former, like, Golden Gloves winner, and like, oh no. Something like that. That would be fucking hilarious. Hits him so hard he tears his brain a second time. My brain, you tore it, mate. Actually, that wouldn't be funny. That would be just sad. Beating up some poor fucking retarded child, basically. Nah, but it could be funny, though. Yeah, Liam is more mad about Lord Raptor Jesus and the people on his show not feeling sorry enough for him than the actual harassment that's going on. It makes me wonder if there's anything actually going on. I mean, in this day and age, like here in America, it's kind of a known fact that if you interact with police, you get that shit on film. Like, it's actually a federal law that says, hey, like if somebody wants to film their interaction with you, you're supposed to allow it. As far as police goes, like, it's actually stupid not to film your interaction with police. Now, do they have some sort of law in Australia that prevents you from filming your interaction with police? If they don't have any law on the books preventing you from filming your interaction with police, then why? Why in the fuck doesn't Liam just pull out his camera, press the record button, and just get between 10 to 20 seconds of footage of these cops coming to his door and swatting him? Makes no sense. Makes no damn sense. Why do you have to drive 4 or 5 hours to a police station to have a lady cop say, oh yeah, of course they're harassing you? Why not just bust out your fucking phone and press the record button? Makes no sense. Makes no goddamn sense. Unless it's all just bullshit. Yeah, and hearing certain people in the beginning say that they didn't believe it, and people like Mike Miller and say that, oh, Liam, he's mentally ill, and Brian Kriskow kind of expressing solidarity with that sentiment, and then Liam coming out afterwards saying that he wants to sue Mike Miller and Brian Kriskow and JDA too, for some reason, even though I don't know if JDA even said anything, because he saw something where somebody won several $100,000 by suing Kiwi Farms, and they do far less than what they did to Liam. It's like, wait a minute. The whole thing sounds like you just made all of this up for the sole purpose of honey trapping people into saying something that you could then try to sue them for. That's what this fucking shit sounds like. Where's the fucking proof? Where's the receipts? Where's the evidence? I don't need to hear some fucking cunt cop speaking some Aussie accent about some shit. Looks like a goddamn fucking librarian wearing a fucking goddamn security guard outfit. That's what it fucking looks like. Why not just bust out your camera? And if you don't have your camera on you, have your wife bust out her camera. Your wife doesn't have her phone on you, have one of your wife's daughters. And if none of you motherfuckers have their phone on you for some reason, which doesn't make any sense, well then have the wife's parents bust the phone out. Somebody has to have a fucking phone with a goddamn camera, so you can just press record and get some fucking hard video evidence of these cops coming around. Nope, nothing. Supposed to take his word for it. And if you don't virtue signal hard enough for him or call it into question, well then he wants to fight you or he wants to sue you. Yeah, for the simple fact that he's more mad at the people who won't virtue signal hard enough for him than he is the actual harassment, leads me to believe it's probably all just bullshit. Pray I never meet yous. Lord Raptor G is like, I accept. Challenge accepted. And what now? Checkmate. No, but at the end of the day, Liam is a little boy pretending to be a man, is what he is. To fight a guy like Liam, it'd be like the definition of punching downwards. Metaphorically, literally and figuratively. Yeah. Hit him a little too hard in the head, you'll fucking break his brain. Yeah, but there are people out there that take him seriously, though. That's the thing that shocks me and scares me the most, that there are actually people out there that take the shit he says seriously. Believe it. Boy, I bet at this point in the game, Ethan's thinking, my God, what have I done? Like, yeah, every Howard Stern needs himself a Beetlejuice, but at what cost? At what fucking cost? Yeah, Liam will forever be Ethan's albatross now. Ethan's gonna forever be thinking that he now owes it to Liam to always promote his campaigns, no matter how bad they are. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard Liam say a lot of stupid shit over the course of my time. But probably his last stream, Rippaverse goalposts set him up for this one perfectly. Probably one of the most diarrhea of the mouth moments I've ever seen Liam ever have. It was when Rippaverse goalposts asked him, if you had $20 million right now given to you, how would you go about revitalizing the indie comic scene? And Liam's basic answer was, oh, there's nothing to be done, mate. And just like kind of like said that what he would do, he would hire artists, this and that. And it was just like basically like, hey, like we need to give up. There's nothing to be done or whatever. And he had nothing, basically nothing. The most he had was talking about how he would pay certain artists for himself. Like this had nothing to do with helping out the entire indie comic scene. No, he's just talking about himself. Nothing to be done, mate. Like, really? Really? You give Big Daddy $20 fucking million? It's over. The game's shut down. I take over the whole fucking thing. All of pop culture, I take it over. With fucking $20 million? Are you fucking kidding me? Jesus fucking Christ. But that goes to show the difference of the level, Big Daddy versus Liam Gray. Like, complete just cuck, beta male, defeatist mindset. There's nothing to be done, mate. It's over. 20 million, that's nothing. 20 million's nothing. Like, really? Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, but people listen to that guy and take shit he says seriously. Yeah, I've said this before on one of my other streams. Yeah, that would have been the perfect moment. Somebody needs to fucking help Lord Raptor Jesus out behind the scenes with some of his show prep. Because he had EFAP'd Liam going off on his tirade. Pray I never meet yous. Talking all that shit. And at the very end, Lord Raptor Jesus, he's like, I don't even know what to say to that. Does anybody have anything to say? And literally, nobody had anything to say to it. Right afterwards, he should have EFAP'd Big Daddy when I fucking talked about Liam. I think it was a stream or two ago. Probably one of the greatest fucking bits I had ever did. It really was. That would have been the perfect response to Liam. Because I basically, well, I don't know. You'd have to go back and watch it. Easily one of the greatest bits I'd ever did. It was like a mic drop moment. Nobody ever needs to roast Liam ever again after this. Yeah, that would have been the perfect thing to EFAP right afterwards. It really would have been. That would have been the moment to hear a response. Like, here's the response. Let's EFAP Big Daddy here. And like that, I would have just bodied him. And like, it would have been over. Less than 100 people saw that fucking stream, too. A lot more people would have saw it on that other channel. That's one of the great travesties of my show. It's basically just built to be EFAP'd. But I think I can count on one hand how many times I've ever been EFAP'd. It is one of the great travesties. It really is. It is what it is. Yeah, those people over there in that whole sphere would rather watch Vic fucking King than the Big Daddy show. Damn, that's some... Yeah, the funny part about comicsgate, it became War Campaign. It really did. All of comicsgate became War Campaign. Remember when War Campaign was basically Ethan Van Sciver's fruity little fan club? That's comicsgate now. It's Ethan Van Sciver's fruity little fan club. Comicsgate became War Campaign. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these tariffs affect comicsgate. A lot of their shitty little merch is being crafted over there in China. China. A lot of Ethan's toys. A lot of them are printing their books over there in China. Yeah, the longer they take, with inflation on the rise, if they would have got their books out there in a more timely manner, they would have made a lot more money, I know that. We're closing in on the 2-hour mark. Shit. Maybe we'll end the show. Almost ran out of things to talk about. Talked about quite a bit of topics tonight. Planes crashing. Possible attack in Philadelphia. DOGE exposing corruption. Tariff wars. Woke D&D. We even talked a little bit of comicsgate shit. Yeah, I really hope that boxing match happens. Liam versus Lord Raptor Jesus. And I hope it gets live streamed. That would be fucking hilarious. But why stop there? Just put together a whole fight card. Have Ethan versus Mark Brooks be the top of the card. Mid-card match, you got Eric July versus Dick Masterson. Who could Vito fight? Oh, Vito fight Yellow Flash. That'd be a good one. Put together a decent card. There'd be a whole litany of people in line to fight Frog Tony. Yeah, if the Liam versus Lord Raptor Jesus boxing match actually happens, just make it a full-blown WrestleMania style event. Have several fights on the card. Fly out Boogie and Wings of Redemption. Have them fight. Lol Cowmania. I'd buy that for $1. Yeah, I hear a lot of these feminists have decided to go on a sex strike ever since Trump got elected. And it's like, sex strike? Sex strike? Bitch, you weigh about 400 pounds. What you need to do is go on a damned hunger strike. Oh, fucking real. Yeah, Juggernaut Law. It is real. Juggernaut Law. No matter how much of a fat, ugly, repulsive troll the bitch is, there's some poor, pathetic bastard out there who's so fucking lonely and desperate that he'll worship her like a grotesque goddess. Yep. A modern Western female. has fallen so far. All right, guys, we're closing in on the 2-hour mark. I think we're going to go ahead and end the show. Yeah, it's been a fun one. Yeah, the strikes on my other channel will go away pretty soon, so I'll be able to stream over there. I think I'm going to start up the Lowdown Dirty Council. Well, at least see how it goes. Throw the StreamYard's link out there, see if I get any guests, and if not, I'll just rip the mic like I normally do. I got to try to flip the script up and try to evolve the game a little bit, try to bring guests back into the fold. Maybe some magic can happen. Maybe I'll try to reach out behind the scenes. Usually that doesn't go too well, though. Reaching out behind the scenes to try to get guests. My best bet is to just throw the link out there and hope I don't get a bunch of dick flashers. Yeah, we'll try that once the strikes go away on my other channel. I'll probably have a few more people in the live chat than I do here because I've got more subscribers. I think I only lost about 10 subscribers on that other channel since the hiatus. It ain't too bad. I think Ethan lost like fucking thousands of subscribers ever since he went on his tirade against Eric July. Almost 10,000. All right, guys. Yeah, it's been a fun one. We're going to go ahead and close out the stream with a song or two, like we always do about this time. Thanks for coming out, y'all. Yeah, it's been a fun one.
But you know it starts when you're always shamed into doing what they say, even though you know it don't feel right. In your heart, your soul, and mind. My dog, she don't like you, but she likes everyone. And I've never liked to admit that I was wrong. I've been so caught up in my work, could not see what's going on. But now I know I'm better off sleeping on my own. My dog, she don't like you, but she likes everyone. And I've never liked to admit that I was wrong. My dog, she don't like you, but she likes everyone. And I never liked to admit that I was wrong. My dog, she don't like you, she likes everyone. 'Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh honey, you should go and love yourself. And if you like the way it feels alone, oh baby, you can go and touch yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you can go and fuck yourself. Bitch, you can just fuck yourself. Bitch, you can just fuck yourself. You can go and fuck yourself. My dog, she don't like you, she likes everyone. My dog, she don't like you, she likes everyone. And I never liked to admit that I was wrong. I've been so caught up in my work, could not see what's going on. But now I know I'm better off sleeping on my own. 'Cause if you like look that much. Oh, honey, you should go and love yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you can go and fuck yourself. Bitch, you can just fuck if you like the way you look that much. Fuck yourself. Honey, you should go and love yourself. Bitch, you can just fuck if you think that I'm still holding on. Bitch, you can just fuck yourself. Go and fuck yourself. Bitch, you can just fuck yourself. My dog, she don't like you, she likes everyone. Big Daddy is a man who knows what is best in life. You crush and miss well, and feeling my soul a spark. Brush death with these well, dancing with them devil in the dark. I get up in the evening, and I ain't got nothing left to say. I come home in the morning, I go to bed feeling the same way. I ain't nothing but tired. You're a liar and I am all myself. Hey there, baby, I could use just a little help. You can't start the fire, you can't start fire without a spark. And this gun's for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. Messages keep getting clearer. Radio's on and I'm moving around the place. I check my look in the mirror. I wanna change in my hair, my clothes, and my face. Man, I ain't getting nowhere, just living in a dump like this. There's something happening somewhere. Baby, I just know that there is. You can't stop the fire. You can't start the fire without a spark. And this gun's for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. Dancing in the dark. You sit around getting older. There's a joke here somewhere and it's on me. I shake this world off my shoulders, and then I'll ride on down the fucking street. You can't stop the fire. You can't start a fire without a spark. And this gun's for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. Dancing in the dark. Dancing in the dark. Dancing in the dark.